recommend and why?
One of my favorite books is Dracula.
Dracula.
Yeah, it's an older book, but I think it's really well written, and I think it stands the test of time and has a lot of interesting characters that are often forgotten about in later adaptations.
Would you want to give like a little bit of a summary?
Yeah. So it starts out with a real estate lawyer going to Dracula's castle in Transylvania. He sells Dracula a castle in England, and Dracula goes to England and starts like terrorizing the people that the lawyer does. So then, like, they all try to band together and try to defeat him.
Oh, okay. In general, like, what initially grabs your interest to read a book? Like, is it the cover or the blurb or?
I tend to find my books through other people's reviews of them. So if they have something interesting to say about it, that they like something in particular that I also find interesting, that'll make me want to read it as well.
What is your favorite genre and why do you find it interesting?
My favorite genre is horror.
Oh, we could tell.
If that isn't surprising. I like horror because it says a lot about society, and what we find scary is kind of a reflection on our values. I think it's a good way to like analyze and criticize, what our values are.
Yeah.
That way.
Yeah. Okay, that's it.
All right, great.
What book would you recommend and why?
Where should I look? Should I be looking here?
Anywhere.
One of my favorite books is Atonement by Ian McEwan. Does an excellent job like writing from different people's perspectives. Does great like stream of consciousness writing, which I really enjoy. And it's one of those books where you get to the end and your just jaw drops.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they made it into a movie. But the movie in like 2008 or something like that. But the movie does not hold a candle to the book.
Okay. What initially grabs your interest in a book? Like the blurb, the cover?
Honestly, at this point in my life, everything just comes like recommended. You know what I mean? I'm always looking for like what's new, what are students talking about, what are teachers talking about. Like I'm about to read the latest Hunger Games book.
Oh, I keep on hearing about that.
Did you read it yet?
I didn't read it, but...
I read that, and I read like all the Twilight books.
Oh, the Twilight?
Because my students were so into them, I was like, I gotta keep up. Hunger Games, much better than Twilight. Twilight was a little rough. I wanted to be in, I'm fortunate to have a lot of friends that are readers. So if I don't have a book, I'm just like, what should I be reading? And they'll just like give me a book, and so I'm big on recommendations.
What would you say your favorite genre is, and why would you find it interesting?
It's funny, I just asked about the genres earlier. I think, as I like really think about it, I like realistic stories with like a touch of like magic or fantasy. A lot of times you would call this like magical realism. Though it doesn't always express itself in that way. But I like real world kind of magic or real world fantasy. I enjoy that aspect of this feels very real, and then all of a sudden you fold in this element of fantasy or magic or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you have any book recommendations?
One of my favorite books, or actually series, is The Six of Crows duology by Livia Zhao.
I see. Do you want to elaborate a little bit more about what it's...
Okay, so it's like a fantasy action adventure type of thing. It has like 5 or 6 perspectives, and then yeah.
Wait, that's kind of interesting.
It's like a found family, morally gray trope thing, and they all raid a military fortress. Yay.
Oh, okay. That escalated. Okay. What initially grabbed your interest to read this certain book?
I don't know. Mostly like I see like book recommendations on Instagram. You like the book talk. Actually, I don't have TikTok.
Oh.
Bookstore, yeah. But when I go to like bookstores and library stuff, I always read the blurbs.
Oh, so the blurb.
Yes, I like the blurbs.
So, in general, what's your favorite genre?
I don't really have a favorite genre, but I think I've read the most like fantasy books compared to like other genres, and I like it just I don't know because it's cool. RF Quad.
Wow, that sounds so intellectual.